everybody, Head Coach Robert Gray here at Victor Performance. We're going to go over our Week 2, Day 2 COVID-19 home training workout. So we're going to start out with our dynamic warm-up and our hinge raise series. Those links can be found on your PDF or they're in our warm-up playlist on YouTube. Once you've completed that, you're ready to go into your power, core, and balance section for the day. So we're going to start out with a dumbbell hang power snatch. So our feet are going to be roughly shoulder width apart. Okay, we're going to hold the dumbbell in between our legs for this variation. We're just going to bend our knees maybe 2 or 3 inches, okay, to get set. And from here, we're exploding through our lower body, trying to get the weight up overhead as fast as we can. Okay, if you guys remember from last week, this is the power snatch variation. The other variation we can execute is the muscle snatch. Okay, so it's the same setup, knees bend, and then from here it's one motion up, and you finish locked out. Okay, the muscle snatch variation is going to be a little bit easier and require a little less coordination. Okay, but it's still going to have the same emphasis on power production. So pick the variation that works best for you. Once you're done with set number 1 of your dumbbell hang power snatch, you're going into supine V-ups. So we'll be laying on our back, okay, with our arms overhead, and your knees can either be straight for the most difficult variation, or you can begin to bend them, and every little bit you bend them is going to make this a little bit easier. Okay? The focus is on your positioning, so find the knee bend that allows you to keep your low back flat and your ribs driven down throughout the movement. Okay? So from here, we're going to sit up, bring our arms to our shins, hold for a count, and back down. Okay? Again, legs being locked out is not the priority. Spinal position and appropriate control through the full range of motion is the top priority for this movement. After that, we're going into single leg bowler squats. For this, you're going to need some type of lightweight, 5 pounds or less will do. Okay, we're going to stand on one leg. I'm going to stand on my right leg, which means I'm going to hold the weight in my left hand. Okay, from here, as I squat on my right leg, I'm going to rotate this dumbbell to the opposite side of my body, hold for a count, and stand up. Okay, focusing on trying to get those knees to bend as much as possible. Okay, we have 7 reps per leg. You have 3 times through those 3 movements, 1A, 1B, and 1C. Once you've completed that circuit, you'll move on to your strength portion for the day. The first movement in your strength portion is a rotating thruster. So you can use a dumbbell or a kettlebell. Again, I'm going to show you with this tool bag here. Okay? So we'll be set up in our squat position, feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. If you'd like, you can have a little turnout in your toes. Okay, we're setting our brace, pulling our belly button in, squeezing our glutes, squeezing our quads. From here, I'm going into a normal squat. As I stand up, I'm going to rotate and press all in one motion. Okay? What I want you guys to notice here is that my left leg and my left hip are completely rotated, okay, almost 90 degrees, and I'm almost in a straight line from hand down to my hip. Okay? Return back to the starting position before going into my next rep. Okay? You want to be controlled down into that squat shape. Okay, but on the way up, we're going to try to explode and find some power into that upright vertical position. Okay, we have 6 reps per side there. After you complete 6 on your left, switch arms, and you'll rotate to the other side. The final movement, or the second movement for your strength portion today, is our ISO towel row right into a split stance band row. So I'm going to use a t-shirt today, but I'll be in a split stance. I'm going to stand on the shirt in front, and then from here I'm going to kind of grab the towel down low and allow my hand to slide up until I get into my row position, at which point I'm going to clamp down on that shirt, okay, and hold this iso row position. Okay, at the end of my hold, I'm going to grab a band, and on the same side, in that same split stance, I'm going into 15 band rows. Okay, as with all rowing, whether it's that iso hold or the band row, these movements are initiated through our shoulder blade, right? Make sure we've got great movement on the rib cage, and the rest of it will take care of itself. We've got 3 sets of those 2 movements back to back. After you complete a set of both, if you'd like to take a minute to roll out, do some individual mobility, okay, that's up to you, and you can add that in there as a 2C. Once you're finished there, we're going into conditioning. Today's conditioning, 11-minute EMOM. We're going to need 5 to 7 yards of space, okay? Last week, we side shuffled that 5 to 7 yards. This week, we are going to be running and backpedaling our 5 to 7 yards. Okay? So, you have 5 sprint back pedal shuttles, okay, which means down and back is 1, and you'll complete 5. Once you're done with 5, you're going to rest the remainder of the minute. At the beginning of the following minute, you'll start another set of 5 sprint to back pedal shuttles. Once you've completed your 11-minute EMOM, you are all done with your day 2 training session. Great job.